President-elect Donald Trump suggesting outgoing CIA Director John Brennan may have leaked the dossier that he's calling fake news. Mr. Trump tweeting, quote, "Thank you to Bob Woodward, who said that is a garbage document. It should never have been presented." Trump's right to be upset, angry about that. Those intelligence chiefs made a mistake here, and when people make mistakes, they should apologize. Media should also apologize. Well, Katie Pavlich is news editor for townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. Katie, do you expect anyone's going to be apologizing for any of this?
I don't think anyone's going to be apologizing, but look, there are very serious questions about why intelligence chiefs presented this dossier to Donald Trump if by their own admission, there's no credibility to the story. I mean, that's a really big issue that they're going to have to answer for. On the other hand, it's important to point out that this is not a leaked document. There were many reporters on the campaign trail throughout the 2016 presidential campaign who were presented with this story, including far-left outlets who refused to run with it because of the lack of credibility. But because the intelligence chiefs presented it to Donald Trump in their first meeting with him, they essentially gave it credibility, and therefore it was back into the news. And so there's a lot of explaining to do, but the silver lining is that Donald Trump will be in office later this week, and he'll have his own appointees rather than these political appointees from Obama to further perpetuate this narrative.
Well, to the point of why they ever went to the president-elect with this, Director Brennan did talk about that. I want to play a bit of what he said yesterday.
Bringing to the attention of the president-elect, as well as to the current president, that this information is circulating out there was a responsibility in the minds of the intelligence directors of the intelligence community to make sure that there was going to be no evaluation of it, but just making sure that the president-elect was aware that this was circulating.
So, Katie, is that fair? I mean, if somebody's spreading rumors about you out there and one of your good friends hears about it, don't you want them to tell you?
Well, John Brennan is acting like they were doing him a favor, but the reality is that in this type of setting, when we're talking about serious intelligence, when we're talking about the Russians interfering in the 2016 presidential election, there are very serious questions about why the intelligence chiefs would present information that wasn't verified intelligence, but rather just rumors. And if we're going to present that as rumors, they should present it in a private setting, not in something that could then put it into the press and give it credibility as it did. And there's been a lot of back and forth, Shannon, over the last couple of weeks about the disparagement publicly of the intelligence community. And John Brennan isn't doing anyone in the CIA, the career professionals, the agents there, any favors by presenting this unverified, non-credible document and saying, well, the intelligence community just thought that he should maybe know about it. And then on the other hand, Donald Trump really needs to be very careful about the way he classifies the intelligence community. In his tweets, he talks about the intelligence chiefs, but in his press conference over the weekend and last week, he talked about the intelligence community and agencies, which really kind of brings everyone into the pile. So he's going to have to work with the career professionals at these intelligence agencies. John Brennan said they're prepared and ready to serve at the president's command starting on Friday. And so that's how we can move forward. But they both have to be very careful about how they classify and, limit the credibility of the agencies as a whole because of political reasons.
All right. Katie Pavlich, always good to hear from you.
We said it last